all good. There we go. Should be all good now, guys. Always need to remember to plug in the bloody mic. Hello, hello, hello. Always need to remember to plug in the bloody Hello, DB. Hello, DZ. I'm good, I'm good. Hello, Lewis. There we go, there we go. Hello, John. Afternoon. Hello, Lee. How's everyone getting along then? How's everyone doing today? So, pretty interesting day thus far. Obviously, we had a crazy move up on market open. Massive move up, which was really interesting. Just huge move up. And then something which is crazy is, I don't know if you guys have you guys seen what's gone on with Jerome Powell in America? Is this one? Hello, Lewis. Hello, Simon. Hello, Jamie. Crazy move, though. Yeah. Yeah, Yusuf, it's definitely an interesting day. Obviously, we had a huge second gap up where we haven't filled it. I mean, huge gap. And then we had, obviously, big gap down. Where is it? Oh, I mean, all the way. I can't even be asked to go down that far. All the way down. So a few big gaps up. Definitely some very bullish, very bullish price action, very bullish. But yeah, we'll look to mark up some levels, see what we could sort of come up with. Get rid of these fibs now. And yeah, nice little buy before I went to sleep. Woke up 3 hours. Nice, DB, very nice. Hello, Rich. Hello, hello, hello. And yeah, let me know how your day's going, guys. On this live, I'm trying to work them more into the schedule, I guess, of doing more sort of lives in the middle of the day. Just sort of quick lives, going over what I'm sort of looking at the charts, looking for potential trades. And yeah, so I did give this buy position early on, which did run about 1 to 1.8 R, which was very nice. So that was really good. But yeah, looking for what else we can sort of find. Definitely forming a little bit of a range here, so we will be able to find some nice positions. I'm already seeing a nice golden pocket lining up with this value area low here, so should be good. Through this. Yeah, London's been a pain for like the past year, really. London's not a very nice session. One second, let me move this over here. London's not a very nice session to trade, in my opinion. Not very good at all. I definitely think waiting for New York is the best. And that's a good thing to do. Wait, sort of see how Asia, see how London does. And then when we get into New York, then you can look for your actual positions. But gaining bias and gaining just a good market view during Asia and London is very good. And also, you don't want to rush into London, get you sort of chopped up in price action. And then it comes to New York, where your actual good setups form and your mentality is absolutely out the window. Asia has, I said this before, Asia goes in swings. So Asia has like 3 to 4 months of like beautiful price action, huge sloping moves and just beautiful. And then it has 3 months of just doing naff all. Like that's what Asia tends to do. And currently we're in the period where it's just those huge sloping nice moves. So it's nice. 3 months, then I'll be going and selling my other house to scale up massively, move from 0.01 to 1 lots. Love that, Yusuf. I look forward to it. We're seeing it light where you are in the background. Yeah, it's normally, obviously, I normally go live later on a night. And so it's normally always dark. It's weird getting the lighting right when I am live during the day. I've got to close the blinds, otherwise I just disappear into darkness. So yeah. Do you agree with the theory of trading the first 90 minutes of New York? First 90 minutes, it depends on how you trade. Look, if you thrive during volatility, then that first 90 minutes of New York can be excellent, because there's obviously so much volume, so much volatility during that period of time. It can be very good. So it depends on how you like to trade. If you thrive in volatility, then go for it. If you like more patient moves and you like less volatility, then go for that. It depends upon your system, really. I think, though, the general idea of confining yourself to a certain session or a certain period of time is very good. I think there's obviously you can trade pretty much throughout the day, okay? Confining yourself to a certain session, a certain period of time can really increase your edge. So, for example, confining yourself to just New York session, confining yourself to just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and not trading Monday, Friday. These types of things, to more confine yourself and more restrict risk is I'm always going to be in the favour of. Good day all. You too, Mark. Hello, Justine. Just missed my buy limit a few hours ago. Little loss last night with a sell limit and a few little swing buys this morning. Did one of the limits the other day and hit £87 profit early. Nice, Lewis. Really nice. I mean, £87 profit's very good. Something which is extremely important in trading is a lot of people come into trading and you'll see, and this happens with members all the time actually, they message me, it's like, oh, I'm making small numbers and they're doing like, 20, 30, 40, 50, £100 profit. And it looks small compared to what other people in the group are doing. And just because you're looking at numbers on a screen, we're sort of conditioned to see numbers on a screen as, you're seeing these massive numbers all online. So when you see small numbers, it doesn't feel as good. But think of how that money, you would make that money in a traditional 9 to 5. That might be a few hours work, like a few hours sat in an office, which you probably don't like. And you've just made it like from your phone. Like that's actually incredible. So thinking about it in terms of that is a good idea. Really good so far, 26. Nice trader one. Who is that? Trader 2114. I'm glad that it's been good for you, mate. That is really good. What's Craig done, Gustus? Craig's done loads, to be honest. 4 to 6R. That's really good, Yusuf. That's really good. 4 to 6R. Nothing to scoff at there. I've seen Craig's in a few nice, as always, in a few nice buy positions. But what's going on? Did he? First Craig sell of 2026. Hello, people. Nice signal, Max. Up 2 days. Work, £700. Nice, Rob. Very nice. £700. Very nice. 4 to 6R is phenomenal. 100% agree. 4 to 6R is very, very good. And you, obviously, you outperform most traders with that. Most traders lose money. And B, you can go full-time trading off that minimal R percentage, because then it's just a case of scaling up capital. And like we've gone over before, capital really isn't, in today's day and age of trading, capital isn't that difficult to scale up. If you're consistently doing 4 to 6R, like, that's amazing. If you're consistently doing 10 plus R, then that's like insanely good. And I mean, I don't think anyone really is doing 20 plus R, like 20 plus R consistently. We've done 20 plus R, like in my, purely my section, we've done 20 plus R in a month before, but doing that consistently, I don't think anyone's really doing that. But yeah, let me know if you've got any trading questions, and if you are enjoying the live stream, then double tapping the screen just helps spread out the live. And if you do have any trading questions, then please don't hesitate to drop them in the comments, and I'll happily answer them. They can be something super specific or something broad, whether you're brand new to trading or whatever it may be, then just let me know. So we did get into a buy position here, which was very nice, and then it did break down. I did put about this sort of pennant here in the group and to watch for that, and it did end up breaking to the downside, which is nice to see. So let's see what we can sort of come up with. So we do have a high volume node, point of control of this range, lining up with a golden pocket, which is obviously quite nice. I would prefer it if it lined up with the value area low, but can't always get them perfect. A session volume profile won't be useful right now. Okay, we've bounced off VWAP. Holding VWAP does show incredible strength, so that's good. And then obviously all-time highs, there's not really much to go off outside of price action and very specific volume profiles, etc. So we've got to kind of be particular with that, but keeping in mind we do have the VWAP there, which is holding very nicely, is important. Let's see. Subscribe. I appreciate that, Rob. Trader 2112. I'm looking for 5-7. Literally, Rob, you've got your buy level is exactly on. I assume you got it through Golden Pocket plus point of control. Rob, is that how you got it? This is my first day, so need no lots of information. I need to make this my first trade. Yeah, okay, Nathan. Nice, Nathan. Okay, just ask loads of questions if anything doesn't make sense. And right now, you know, you're in kind of the absorption phase. Just like absorb as much information as possible. Ask loads of questions. There's never a question that's not good to ask. So yeah, just try and absorb as much as possible. Ask loads of questions and just really get involved. Currently on the 5-minute time frame. Golden pocket plus point of control. Yeah, nice, Rob. Yeah, exactly this. Yeah, it's really nice. And we do have the previous sort of support here, previous resistance here, previous support here, previous resistance here, previous support here. So there is a lot of sort of confluence, previous price action at that level as well. Let's get this marked up. So golden pocket plus point of control. POC stands for point of control. It's the highest volume node in a given range. So it's where the most transactions took place, basically. Primarily gold, so XAU USD, trader 2114. I don't really move outside of that, mate. What about yourself? I think most people here do tend to look at gold. It seems like the most common pairs in the group are definitely gold, EU, and then NQ seems to be the most problem. EU is Euro USD. Seems to be the most common to trade. Afternoon, Max. How you doing? I'm good, Darren. How about yourself? Got back into boxing this morning, so it was an early day, and so had a meeting in the morning, then went boxing, and then had another meeting when I got back. So it's been a very productive day. But yeah, tired now. Boxing absolutely took it out of me. It was awful. I knew it was going to be bad, but yeah, it was. I was holding on for dear life. Max, do you enter most of the trades where you provide point of interest? This morning, for example, with the buy, it touched the recommended buy window by a couple of pips. With all the trades you enter, not all of the trades, vast majority though, I do enter from the levels that I put out. If the level hasn't been invalidated, then most of the time I will enter. Obviously, a few will be cut out because I don't get like necessary confirmations, but most of them, probably 80%, I enter. Not Andrew today. They're away. I'm not going to say where, but they're away. Hope boxing gym has decent aircon in the yeah, it does. But I was overheating. It was literally I haven't been boxing for like I don't know 2 and a bit weeks. Obviously being Christmas, and got straight in on the treadmill. And honestly, I was suffering. I was suffering. So yeah, it was ruthless. I was begging for my life, really. I've got to be honest. It was not nice. Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. I couldn't do that. I would not be able to drag myself out the house for that. Yeah, it was not good. But I think putting yourself in situations where you're sort of uncomfortable and you don't want to be there, sort of, it echoes throughout your life. If you go into boxing, for example, and you don't want to go, like, I don't want to go boxing. Like, I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy like 5 minutes of it, but the rest of it I absolutely hate. And I think, you know, doing things that you don't like and getting used to that is important. I don't like journaling trades. I don't want to go through all of my trades and do that. You know, the sort of annoying parts. I don't want to do that, but I have to do that. And so I think it's important to do things that you normally don't really want to do. Which Fu Manchu indicator do you use? So I use this one here. So that's stop loss. I haven't hit stop loss funkily. Well, I have hit stop loss in the past, but not today. So I use this one here. A Fu Manchu, Cypher B plus divergences. This is the one I use. Just for confirmations on the trades. I've used it for like a lot of years now. And so yeah. Longer valid due to market movements. I know. So basically, Gareth, if I mark up buy positions, if price takes out the high, they're invalidated. If I mark up sell positions, when price takes out the low, they're invalidated. That's basically how it works. Because I use a lot of fibs. When I pull a fib, for example, I pulled this exact fib here from this low to this high. When we take out this high, the fib is no longer validated. Like, this isn't the highest point. And so I wouldn't use it. So basically, if we take out the high, then the buys are invalidated. If we take out the low, then the sells are invalidated. Work a standard 9 to 5 in finance, so checking levels throughout the day. It is a busy day in the office. Can be hard to keep track of what's still valid. Yeah, Gareth, I recommend setting alerts for levels. So just loading up TradingView, slapping on the alerts, and then if you get the alert and you can be active on it, you just go onto your chart. Okay, is this level still valid? We haven't took out the high. It's still valid. And then just getting into the routine of that means you can just pick up your phone within 2 seconds of looking at the charts. You know whether it's valid or invalid, and you will very quickly get to that point, and then you can go from there. So I'm not going to look at any other tickers, mate. I do just stick with gold, mainly because I only really trade gold, so I know that. I can't go on to another pair, and because then it'd be purely based on technicals. And also it would take me a long time to sort of mark everything up and build up a knowledge on that pair. All good, Gareth. As today, time is the most valued commodity. It is, Willie, 100%. I've been working 7 to 21 and now I can't feel my back. Can't wait for the moment when I leave the job. Definitely, Augustus, we've all been there though. We've all definitely been there. I had the most dangerous job. I'm still going to say to this day, the most dangerous job in the world. When I was younger, I don't know how many years ago this was now, but I did a night shift at this like drinks wholesale company where I had to like basically take these massive kegs of beer and load them on the back of a truck, and you had to like climb up pallets about, I don't even know, like 10-15 meters high, chuck these kegs off. Like, it's a miracle I didn't break every bone in my body. Like, it was the most stupid thing in the world. I don't understand how that company exists, to be honest. But yeah. Trader, since I've started, so when I got into trading, I unfortunately made and I understand now it's a mistake, of just looking at indicators and just doing that. I understand now that isn't good. And then I've sort of peeled them back all. And now I pretty much mainly price action. The only indicator that I really do use is Fu Manchu, and that shows me basically momentum and VWAP in an oscillator format. I use it to find divergences. Again, confirmations are just confirming what you already know, so it isn't like a massive part. Marking up the levels is a massive part, but most of the stuff I do is purely based on price action, then tools like volume profiles and stuff like this. But yeah, purely naked price action, I wouldn't use just because I'm used to what I'm using now, and it does give me the edge I'm looking for. But I know a lot of people who purely use naked price action, and they do very well, and that is very good and definitely something for everyone. Yeah. He's now warehouse to stack his profits. And needs a forklift to move it about. Darren, that's brilliant. Aussie was vicious. Yeah. To those who haven't seen, inside the private group, we do have Ozzy Osbourne, who's causing... To people who aren't in the private group, this is going to sound absolutely crazy. But we have Ozzy Osbourne inside the private group who's just causing absolute carnage. It's hilarious. To people who aren't in the private group, they're going to be like, what the hell is going on there? But... to people who are in the private group, yeah. Ozzy's a dead man. Anime, I see you going back and forth with him. It's funny. It's a lot of perfect trades because of that job. Tried to trade while working. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard. And we've all been there. Look, trading while you've got a job, especially when it's a very intensive job, it does make it difficult to learn. It really does, but you can do it. There are ways to do it. 24 hours in a day. You definitely can do it, but understanding your limitations, understanding that you do have a job and trying to work around it is important. It's definitely possible, but I understand, it can be difficult. Ozzy's class had me in tears earlier. I'm glad I removed everyone else. Pretty much. I think we've got Jesus and Ozzy Osbourne. So I think we've got a good mix. My mobile trading view stopped syncing with my laptop. I can't see my long shorts. Any ideas? Andy, drop me a message on Telegram. It might be. Are you using the same Trading View layout? So on Trading View, you can have different layouts on the top of the screen. I don't know if you guys can't really see it, but on top of the screen in Trading View, you have different layouts. On your phone, you might be on one layout, and on your computer, you might be on another layout. So that to me seems like the most likely answer. I'm good. Only good trade here was the short value or high triangle is shit. Yeah, I mean, short in the value or high would have been brilliant. Yeah. I'm a naked price action trader and does feel good to walk away from your job. Definitely. Trader 211. Definitely. It's one of the, first off, fair play for being a naked price action trader. It's a really, really good way to go, and definitely better than getting sucked into having tons of different indicators on your chart that can really cause a lot of problems. So fair play there. And then yeah, stepping away from your job is one of the best feelings, and I definitely recommend anyone who is about to step away from their job in trading. We do have a few people who are going full time this month. Is to really appreciate it. Take some time to really be like, I'm doing this. Like, it's crazy, because things can happen really quickly. With my situation, things just happen so fast, and you forget to sort of be like, what? I've done this. This is crazy. So yes, taking a step back is good to do as well. And June last time, I'm still learning. Thanks to Max and the educators and all the contribution in the group. It's been absolutely great. Appreciate that, Alan. And yeah, there's loads to learn. And then, I mean, there's always more to learn in the trading space. And I think something which is important, you're not going to find a system which is just, it's perfect now and will always be perfect. The markets are ever evolving, and you need to adapt to those markets, okay? You need to constantly be learning bit by bit, adapting, and just constantly building that edge back up. Your edge isn't something which stays like this. Your edge in the market is always decaying. I think that's a good way of thinking about it. You need to constantly be learning to push that edge back up, so then you can stay profitable over the long term. Anyway, it might sound like a stupid question, but is there a way to change the MT5 time zone to London time? It's showing different time zone for each broker account. So what time zone are you in right now, Jing? Hello, Brandon. How you doing? Start my second week full-time. Well done. A trader 211. Really, really well done, mate. I mean, that's incredible. So, anyone in the trading space, I don't care what system you use, how you trade, whatever it is. If you're going full-time in trading and you're scaling up, then 100% fair play. And I think any trader who's done it themselves, they respect anyone else who has done it as well, because they understand the sort of nightmare of trading. I mean, it's brilliant, but it also sucks at the same time. So fair play, mate. How you doing, Brandon? How is everything? Brandon the GOAT has arrived. He has arrived. How are things, Brandon? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope everything's going well. Let us know how you're getting on. Long time. Yeah, Gustus, Bitcoin has just been purely going sideways. I mean, there's a lack of volatility. For those who don't know, I did, when I first got into trading, I first started with Bitcoin, and then I moved into loads of altcoins, and that went down. But then I stuck with Bitcoin and did well with Bitcoin, and then eventually I moved over to gold, and then gold become the predominant pair which I do trade. But I still do, when conditions are right, trade Bitcoin. I'm always have a look at it. I always know what's going on. But right now, the conditions on Bitcoin for me are just not good. Very little volatility. It's just pure sideways. It's just not good. So I'd rather focus on gold right now. Welsh Wizard. I like that. Wait there. The Welsh Wizard. That's brilliant. Rash, there's no such thing as a perfect entry. You're not going to get the perfect entry on every single trade. It's just not going on. And we're not, as a trader, we're not looking for perfect. We're looking for a consistent edge in the market that we can use day in, day out, that produces profits at the end of the month. We're not looking for perfect. No trader, no system, no nothing is perfect, okay? We're looking for a consistent edge over time. That's it. That's it. Elvis was trading when he enters the live, the goal. That's brilliant. Suppose no one's called me the Scouse Trim guy. Yeah, I feel like you've got a good few nicknames in the group, Brandon. It's great. We need to get nicknames for everyone, I think. As soon as we started the live, gold has just pumped up. Unfortunately, we didn't come down. We started the live all the way at around 81, and we just haven't had that move down, unfortunately. But we'll keep seeing what sort of is going on. We haven't took out the low, so we're still in bullish market conditions. If we had taken out this low on this move, I'd be open to short positions as well. Just like scalp shorts to hedge against the sort of swing buys, but we haven't really found those. Bull flag has formed, money flow in the red. Let's remove this. Move this over here. By the way, I don't purely trade off trend lines at all. I like trend lines on my chart just as like scaffolding, basically, to allow price action to be more visually appealing. Hello, Jonathan. I get abused sometimes. Don't we all, especially by Aussie in the group. Aussie's ruthless. Aussie is ruthless. But yeah, bull flag has formed here, which we could see a breakout to the upside. I expect it to be quite volatile. Money flows curve into the upside. VWAP's quite high. Volumes coming up nicely. But what we can do is we can pull this to here. I want to see how this interacts with this golden pocket, as this can give us a good inkling into what we can expect from price. If it's a sharp reaction from price, then I'd anticipate us to continue to range. If there isn't a sharp reaction, then just continue to bullish. Look for re-entries on short-term pullbacks. On to me, Nas. I love these messages because people who aren't in the private group are going to be so confused at what's going on. 4609 inbound. I hope so. Look, I hope so. Anything other 46, it's crazy to think that 5k gold is not far away. What the? It's crazy. Really is insane. Source equals trust me. I like that. Trust me, bro. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I like that a lot. But yeah, we got a lot of things going on in the group right now. I hope everyone enjoyed the live from Mr. C.Dog in the group the other day. For those who don't know, he's kind of like our quantitative and macro data modeling guy in the group. Extremely good knowledge of everything trading related, especially on the institutional and fundamental side. And definitely, if you want that extra sort of deep understanding, then going through his resources can really broaden your horizons on how markets actually work. It's really, really, really good. So yeah, and definitely if you're in the group, having a look through Discord and having a chat with Aussie, super nice guy. Just at Aussie Osborne in the Discord, you will not regret it. Cuthie bet. What's Cuthie? I saw a few people mentioning that before. I didn't know what it was. Such a goat. I'm letting it strat just for fun of it. Yeah, Brandon, I think it's really, really good. I've been speaking to C-Dog now for well over a year, and he's, yeah, very knowledgeable, really nice guy. And yeah, we've got a lot more things to come from that. We're going to be rebranding his stuff. Okay, bullish move. We're going to be rebranding his stuff to ColezTrades Quant. And so to give it a more professional vibe, and there's a few other things which we're going to be doing as well to really increase the professionalism in the group. Obviously maintaining the fun side of the group as well. I think having that, you know, community and every like aspect and having a laugh with each other is important. But then we're really gonna slim things down, increase professionalism and flow throughout the group. And that's the same with C-Dog section as well. So yeah. I don't know, Brandon. You've given us the target. I think it's full port up to that. I think it has to be Brandon. Not financial advice, of course. Yeah, Nathan. The free version of TradingView has pretty much everything you need, and then when you do want to take that next step, then I think the subscription's like £10 a month to TradingView or something like this. So yeah. Let's zoom in a bit. One second. There we go. Let's move this down. There we go. That's fine. Okay, we have reacted a bit, but nothing crazy. Yeah, off to the races now. Full port. No. Okay, Brandon, let's not do that. 45.60. I mean, we'd have to see when it comes down. I haven't got 45.60 on the chart, so should have bought from the VWAP. Yeah, it perfectly bounced off it, didn't it? It bounced off it here, whereas I can't see because my phone's there. There we go. Yeah, literally perfect. I think that a few key things I think that definitely can improve most people as traders is, and just give you a better view of the market. It might be something that really fits your trading mentality. Is, okay, we did boom from there. Wow. It is VWAP at the charts, volume weighted average price, can be really good. If it's respected, then chances are it's very bullish. And then also daily open and previous day's session volume profile is all things that I think are very useful to anyone in trading. Definitely not an MMA. Definitely not. I've seen Powell. There was I recommend going on YouTube after the live, and I don't know what the video is called, but Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, basically he gives like, I don't even know how to describe it, like I genuinely don't know. It's like he's held at gunpoint basically, and he's saying how they're like investigating him for not increasing interest rates. He's doing the best for the country, and it was like we've never seen that before. So, yeah, interesting. Bouncing off the VWAP means basically there's an indicator on TradingView. It's called the volume weighted average price, and it resets each day. It gravitates towards it. Well, it resets at the start of each day, and it's volume weighted average price. So you know, if you've got like EMAs, which are exponential moving average, it's similar but weighted towards volume. So it changes depending on volume, which is obviously really good. Volume's extremely important at the charts, and so it can be extremely strong, as we can see when we break. You can see we had a bounce off it here. When we break below it, we break with significant volume. When we break above it, we break with significant volume. When we break below it, we have a nice retest here. Struggle to get past it there. Bounce off it before a huge move up there. Bounce off it here. I mean, that's just today. Literally just the examples from today. You can see at every single point it's touched, something happens. And so after that bull flag, I said about that bull flag, and then price did just explode. Jeez. Could see a new all-time high very surely. We're at the 0.886 now. No divergences at the moment. I wouldn't want to be selling in this market anyway, but yeah. Oh yeah, if you are enjoying, I appreciate that, Katie. If you are enjoying the live, double tapping the screen, liking the live stream does help spread it out a lot, and I do appreciate it. I think dabbling on a few different things is good for everyone who starts, just to see how their mind triggers to each one so they can adapt to their favorite ones. 100% Brandon, I completely agree with that. And in trading, you know, exactly like dabbling, experimenting with different things, just taking a look around. Okay, when you walk into a shop, okay, you don't just grab the first thing you see. You look around the shop, okay? And that's important to do. Look around at what makes sense to you. Key things is understanding the why. Can you explain why your system works? It doesn't work because this thing crosses this thing. It works because that shows you something behind the candles. What is actually going on behind the candles? Why are those levels respected? Knowing the why can give you, it sounds like, okay, why do I need to know that? But it is important because it gives you more conviction to actually utilize your edge over the long term. If I say to you, run in a straight line, you're like, why the hell am I running in a straight line? I don't want to do this. Like, what the hell? You're not going to give it your all. Whereas if I say run in a straight line because there's someone with a baseball bat coming to cave your head in, you're going to absolutely leg it in a straight line, aren't you? So having the why behind your system can allow you to execute that system with conviction, which is important because you need to have conviction on your system to execute it over and over again. Still recovering a bit from illness. And a new all-time high on gold after that bull flag. That bull flag really sent price crazy, didn't it? Jesus. Should only really focus on the previous day volume. Not so much going back further days unless there is naked point of control, for example. Yeah, I think it's... 1 second. Oh, there we go. My throat's going crazy. Let me just... But yeah, looking at previous session volume profiles can be good as well, though, but mainly looking at the most important points of it. So, for example, the most important points of previous session volume profiles is the point of control, because it's where the most volume was transacted, where the most volume was traded. That's definitely important. But the previous day, you can use the previous day's value area high, value area low, and point of control. But let's say 2 weeks ago, that volume profile, using that value area high and that value area low probably isn't as, well, it definitely isn't as strong. So just using the point of control there. Brandon. Sorry, apologies for the coughing, guys. I was very ill last week and still recovering. What did Heath say? Just mile run. I hope you had a good run, Heath. It's good getting the steps up. We do have a step group in the community as well. Want to make sure everyone's healthy as well. Vice is doing good, man. I appreciate that, Casey. Katie saw when my voice was absolutely in the gutter. Yeah, it was a difficult time. Brandon, don't even. You can. I hope you can hear me. Oh, there you can. That one live, though, literally couldn't. Here we go. Let's see where this... Okay, again, I'm not... He nearly got me with that one. Again, I'm not looking for sells in this market. I'm not going to try and catch the top. Gold is at the highest it has ever been, ever. Okay, if that doesn't show you it's bullish, I don't know what will. So I'm not looking to short. And there's nothing to short from. Like, there's nothing up here to sell from. And so... yeah, definitely not entering sells here. Mainly looking for buys on retests. I said that this morning in the private group, and until something drastic changes, that is what I'm sticking with. Buys, and definitely not trying to sell this market. Definitely not. Gustav. Yeah, nice try there, Brandon. But I've dealt with Ben in the lives for a long time, so I know those. I know those tricks. And again, guys, if you do have any trading questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. They can be beginner, advanced, anything like that. If you do have any questions on the private group as well, excuse me, just let me know as well. I'll happily answer any questions. We keep everything completely transparent. In the private group, you do gain access to signals, courses, analysis, full community access with everyone chatting, talking. You gain access to resources that it's not like you can't find it on this YouTube, but it's not on YouTube. Like, you can't find it anywhere. Like, you really, not in the signal group space, but I mean anywhere. You can't find it anywhere. And so, yeah, we do have the best trading group. So, yeah. Someone just messaged me on Telegram. I'm pretty sure it's a scam, asking me if I wanted to be a part-time TikTok person for this product. On Telegram, I get added to some interesting things, I'll tell you that. Oh, and yes, they are very, very good price data, definitely. And then the closest to VT and Star Traders Vantage. So using, I use like Oanda and Vantage's price data, really. And FX Open. I guys sent you Telegram yesterday. It would have changed my perspective, but didn't get any confirmations from you. Oh, I apologize, Gustus. Gustus, the best thing to do is put them in the Discord and at me. Telegram's really, really, really busy. So the best thing to do is either the best thing to do is to at me in Discord with them, or message me on the Telegram support account, like on the ColezTrades support account. That's the best way to reach me. So yeah. Who's the next celeb on Discord? We'll have to see. I quite like Barack Obama and Trump, Jesus, Ozzy Osbourne. I think that's a good mix. Pablo. So we'll have to see what else comes. But yeah, we're going to be utilizing that software to do some really cool things in the Discord. But for now, just to test things, because there is a lot of testing going on when you guys are using them. There's a lot of testing being done, and so we're going to utilize that to do something really cool. But in the meantime, I think it's just quite funny. Yeah, Oanda for volume's definitely the best, Alan. We got lives. 100% Gustus. I appreciate that. Delboy Max. It did hit 09. Brandon, we're going to ignore... Brandon, go back through the YouTube and delete the 06 one, and we'll just ignore it. Brandon called the top there perfectly. Seriously, perfectly. I think we need... Katie, let me know. I'll happily add someone in. Yeah, let me know. Definitely, Katie. And then, Katie, I'm looking forward to getting... We do have a ColezTrades Girls section opening up soon as well, which is really, really cool. Really looking forward to opening that up. That's going to be massive. Really, really, really going to be some insane value in there. So looking forward to that as well. I think the girls trading space is absolute crap. And so fixing that is something we're going to really, really go for. I agree, Gustus. I agree with that. And Mo, guys, if you do want to get access to the private group, then the link is on the YouTube description as well. Yeah, it's going to be insane. Nathan, I look forward to it as well, mate. It'll be good. It'll be good. Anyway, guys, I think we'll finish up the live there. Gold's just, after breaking out from that bull flag, which we said earlier on the live, it's just absolutely flown up, and I'm not looking for any sells. So just holding previous buy positions and letting that ride, and yeah, going with the flow. So I think that's the best way to be. Looking to call the top is not something that I like to do. I want to go with the trend. The trend is your friend. So anyway, guys, take care. Hope you're having a great day today. Hope you're smashing the charts. If you do have any questions, just drop me a message on Telegram or at me in the Discord, and I'll happily get back to them. And I'll see you all in a bit. I'll be live later on tonight at 8 PM UK time. See you in a bit, guys. Take care. See you in a bit, TZ. See you in a bit, Brandon. See you in a bit, Bernard, Chris, Alan, John, Brum, Justine, Heath. And Heath, well done for that run as well. Nice work, mate. Halo. Who else? Willie. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll